Hello guys, and welcome to my first ever gameplay and first impressions of Koikatsu Party, the Steam version of a game brought to you by Illusion. Let's get started. So, as you can see here, we have character creation, we have some extras, and the settings, of course. For the beginners, we're gonna look into the settings and see if there's something we can change. As you can see, you can change shadow density, you can change the outlines. You can basically change a shit ton of shadows settings in here, which is really good. You have movement settings. The thing like I'm on about, what I'm thinking about is that do they have key bindings here? So that's the only thing I want to know. Okay, they don't have key bindings here, but let's start. So basically, what is Koikatsu Party? Koikatsu Party is a simulation game of you being a student, and your mission is basically to date other waifus in this game that you will have in your school. We're gonna see how this shit works right now. So for example, let's pick my main character. It's this guy over here. All of these characters are completely customizable, so you can make your own character and you can make him look however you like. As you can see, there's like trap character here. His name is Alfonso. You might know him, Astolfo. My bad. You may know him from an anime. It's a popular anime. But yeah, here we have one guy from Persona. Yeah, whatever. You choose your whatever your name is. Let's just call it Waifu. Waifu's Academy. Waifu's Academy. Yeah. Gucci. Then we can choose our own small little icon here for our own identity card. But yeah, basically start the game. So you start the game, you will be prompted into here, and here will be there's story in this game, of course. Each character has their own storyline. As you can see, these pink characters, well, those that have pink ID cards, they have their story is a bit different on how it works with the teachers. The teacher's stories are a bit different on how you initiate them. Meanwhile, the pink characters, there will be spots around the school where there will be like a special area, and then you just have to right click and it plays the scene. But yeah, so basically, you create a waifu. Fuck, I have to censor shit here. You create a waifu, right? And you can choose whatever waifu you like. As you can see there, you have what's her name again? I forgot. Well, you have Darkness from Tuloku. You have Ria's Gremory. You have Azula from Avatar Aang. Yeah, you can basically create your own waifus however you like them, and you can put them into your school. Basically, if we just randomize all seats, there we go. And now we have a bunch of random waifus, each of them going in their own respective class. And all of them have their own personalities, so the way you interact with them changes. So for example, you can have different dialogue with different characters. Yeah, there's a bunch of story mode here that we're just gonna skip. If you wish to know what the story is about, basically your aunt says that you should go to this girls' school, and then you agree to that, and so you're now on this girls' school, and you make up a club where you help other students, other girls, to talk to boys easier. The average fucking story of whatever hentai you'll be watching. Okay, so this is us, and this is the teacher, which you of course can have romance relationship with, let's be honest. This game is on Steam, by the way, please support the developers. I am a giant Illusion fan. It's now loading. We just have to wait it out. The loading here is a bit it does load faster after you have loaded the school for the first time, because right now it's just basically loading the whole school and all the characters. So it will lag at the beginning, but it will go to smooth FPS right after. So yeah. This is the game, very big FPS lag, don't worry, we got this, probably. Fucking still 7 FPS. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm recording or that's why it is. Oh, there we go. Okay, everybody is fucking asthmatic here. What the actual fuck? Okay, so let's get out. So you start off with Monday. You have what basically this game is a giant open world around the school. You walk around, you find waifus doing during their usual activities. Some waifus are eating, some waifus are having a gym class, some waifus are outside. Some waifus are fucking sitting on the bench reading a book. Yeah, and stuff like that. But basically you just run around till you find the waifu you like. For example, let's see if we can find a waifu here. Yeah, there you have. There is a waifu. Okay, so you have her, Akira. You're like, holy shit, that's a good waifu. What do I do in this game? Please tell me, senpai. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show you. You talk to her. She has completely Japanese voices, and it's translated officially by the developers. So, the thing here is... the thing here is that you read this, and you feel emotional connection to your waifu. And after you're finished, you talk to her. Holy shit. Your sounds are really big. Maybe I should turn down the volume on that shit. Okay, so now you're in the talking to her category, okay? So you have three options, well, three main courses you can take. You can listen to what she has to say by clicking on this listen button here. You can talk to her. You can gossip about different things with her. You can try to romance talk her to sort of make an emotional connection. And you can sexy talk her to make her horny. And the other thing is, I should probably age restrict this by this point. I'm probably gonna get age restricted either way. Well, the other thing you can do is these tasks are basically doing something together task. You can invite her to the club. You can make her study. You can work out together. And doing these things brings up your relationship meter. So when this relationship meter reaches this heart over here, you will sort of go from acquaintances to like well-known. You basically are friends, you know? But at that point, you can even consider being more than friends, if you know what I mean. And this H over here, I guess is pretty self-explanatory. If you make her, you know, if you warm her up, this H bar fills up, and she will be willing to do something. Yes, you're right. And this thing over here is basically how many. Let's say I talk to her. Let's just say that I'm gonna gossip with her, and you see the bar here goes down. So basically, it's how many times you can talk to her at the course of this session, basically. So if you talk to her, like, gossip a lot of time, and she becomes like, you can see the relationship bar goes up, and then my bar reaches 0, and then she says I have to go, bye bye, and I can't talk to her anymore because the bar is donezo. So I move over to another waifu and talk to her and fill up her relationship, if you know what I mean. So you have Akira over here. She's looks like she has a more shy personality. She's more scared of men, I guess. Yeah, so basically what we can do, we can now listen to what she has to say. And now, when like I listen to what she has to say, I will have prompted like a question, and I will have to say what I like doing. And if, for example, she asks me, do you like to cook? This is her way of saying it, because she has a sort of like a crazy personality that basically means that she likes to pronounce stuff as if she's in a video game character or some shit like that. So basically, if I say yes I cook and she cooks as well, that brings our relationship closer.
何時の違った一面が見えたの
And as you can see, and I accidentally clicked on her
悪魔の
boobs.
契約が必要だぞ
Yes. Yes, you can click on her boobs. So basically, now, if let's try again.
何時は動物は好きか
Do I like dogs? Does she look like a person who likes dogs? Hell yeah.
何時の違った一面が見えたの何時は勉強はどうなんだ
Studying. I
何時の違った
don't.
一
She
面
likes
が見
studying.
何
Okay.
時運動は好き何時の違った一面が
Okay, I'm
見
failing
え
in
たな
everything. Okay, so when you hit something right, this is just like real life, man. Talking to a woman is hard. Okay, so when you do it right, the meter, the relationship meter, fills up amazingly.
さて我は
Yeah, and
闇の世界に
she's
帰る
tired
と
of
する
talking
か
to me. Okay, so yeah, that didn't work out. Feels bad, man. But let's yeah, now let's go over to, let's see, over here you have your stats. Basically, how to increase these stats. You basically find these small actions around the school. You just perform them by just right clicking on them, and after doing that you basically get an increase in those stats. It's really that simple. What they do, it basically makes you so that when you talk to a woman, your relationship goes up more than it usually would if you didn't have those stats. The fitness goes also for how, if you're gonna beat her in a, if you say, for example, let's go study together, or no, if you say together, let's go running together, and so the fitness stats, you're gonna sort of have a event trigger where she would try to race you till the end, and it's not a mini game that comes out. Instead, it just it depends on your fitness stat if you're gonna beat her or not. So if your fitness stat is high, you'll have a higher chance to beat her. So here we have Kuriso from Steins Gate, or Akira. Why is everybody? Oh no, never mind. That's Kuriso. Never mind. I'm retarded. Okay, so
だって悪い人には見えないもん
okay, so now let's try actually building up a relationship with her. So we just listen to what she has to say. Yes.
それじゃあ私と一緒かもテストが近くなったら
You see, you
一
got
緒
it
に
right.
勉強会
The
しよう
bar
よ
fills up.
そういえば一人暮らしなんだよねそうなんだ私とは違う制服しか見たことないけどそうなんだ私とは違うんだねねえねえ君って動物好きな方ワンちゃんとか
Can't fail
それ
in
じゃあまたね
everything. Okay, so let's say I want to still talk to her, but I can't anymore. What do I do?
ごめんね
Please,
友達に呼
please
ばれちゃ
teach me, my friend. And then I'm like, okay, fine. You just click on this next button. It will go from lunch break to classroom or some shit like that. Let's see. To club time. So club time is if you have any girls in your if you have invited any girls to your club, then they would have been here, basically. So here's your stats. It's basically how much you have completed. Here you have story progress, you have school exploration, and sexual acts. So story, the thing with story is that there is actually story in this game for 4 different characters and 4 different teachers. I mean 4 different school students and 4 different teachers. And we're back. I've lowered the volume a little bit, so it should be not that noticeable now when we talk to women and stuff like that, so they won't overtalk me. So where we stopped on was this thing over here. This is basically your stats for your whole save file, basically. This is the stats for your save file. And it basically to keep track of... it puts like all the interactions you have with girls into points, and the more points you get, the higher up the leaderboards you go. So there's sort of like online leaderboards for this game as well. If you're interested in leaderboards and stuff like that, competing with other players, then by all means, this is actually a very good feature they added. This thing over here, what it does, if we click on it right now, basically if you have, when you reach the friends relationship with a student, you can invite them to your club. You can invite them to your club. Well, then there's the higher chance for them to accept to be invited into the club. So the thing is with the club is that you can choose a club member here, and you can choose a location, and you can call them to that location. So basically, if you wanna have some private time with a student at a specific location, you can just do that. As you can see, there's a tatami room here, which I haven't actually noticed being in the main game. Wait a second. If you don't want to move around that much, you can press F3 for the whole map, and you can basically teleport to any location you want. I actually haven't seen this location before, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, about the story. About the story progress here. So the thing with the story progress is that you will find these bubbles around here, around the school over here, and these are like character events. And the thing with character events is, if you look over here, I have as you can see, the character events are for is it only this? It should be more, but basically there are 4. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Just as when we were beginning the game, there were 4 of these pink ones and 2 of the yellow ones characters, and those are basically the pink ones are the ones that have this character event that you have to like sort of search around the school to activate this character event. And meanwhile, the teachers ones, well, the yellow ones are you have to actually talk to the teacher. The teacher will be positioned in school somewhere, and you just have to keep talking to the teacher until you like sort of raise the relationship. So let's activate this character event, and let's see what we can expect out of a character event like this. So the thing with the character event is that it triggers sort of like a visual novel. You know, you have your what's going on, then you meet the character, you talk with the character, and you sort of like, yeah, it plays out like a visual novel. I can skip a little bit if it doesn't mind. Yeah, so yeah, you meet this character. At first she's all like doesn't seem interested in you, or like does seem a little bit interested in you, but yeah, it's basically its own story for the own character. If you're interested in that, and if you're interested in experiencing that type of story, then this game might be worth buying for you. Let's see if we can find an exit here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, you will have girls with different club activities, be like running around. Some will be like in their swimwear, some will be in their casual wear, some will be in their gym wear. Okay, so what was I on about? Let's see. Wait a second. Yeah. So when you reach the friend level, you can start actually asking her out to be your girlfriend. And when your girlfriend, boyfriend and girlfriend, then you can go out on a date together. And a date is basically, you just basically, like a visual novel, you spend time together at the end of Friday. I think at the end of Friday. Well, at the end of the week, basically. So this is Monday now, so if you want to have your date, you have to basically wait, skip through the days until you reach Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'm unsure of what day exactly it comes, but it's around the weekend. So yeah, you have after school, after club time, and yeah. And the girls around here, there are sort of coded to do their own thing. Usually they follow patterns, very simple patterns, like she might be going out to go read a book, and the other girl might be going down to take a piss or a shower or something. And for those people that are interested in the sexual aspects of the stuff, yes, you can watch. You can go into, for example, the bathroom, the shower room, and you can watch them. Yeah, and you can watch them. Wink, wink. Also, sometimes girls in the school will be horny and they will choose themselves to find a place to live off the stress, to release the stress. Sometimes they do it in the school library, sometimes they do it in the nurse office. And yes, you can of course go out there and watch it. There will also be girls interacting with other girls, and they might form lesbian relationships. And you can watch the action of the lesbian relationships. It often happens in a bathroom or somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah. Apart from the usual, that was basically the sexual experience you can have in this game. Apart from the usual, your waifu and yourself, and many other positions you can choose. Like the thing is with this game, the more you do it with your waifu, the more positions you can unlock, and the more experience she becomes. You basically have your own level up system at the end of the act. You have your own level up system. So if you level up everything you did, you will have her to be more experienced, and more experienced girls are willing to do more things, basically. And yeah, more sexual positions and stuff like that. So yeah, after finishing the day, basically you will be prompted into here where you can save the game and load the game. You can skip to the weekend if you have any dates or something, so you can go with the date you like. And you will also be able to transfer in and out some characters. So let's say you have a waifu and you're tired of her, you can just transfer it out and transfer it in with another waifu you created or someone else created, or the default waifu in the game. With another default waifu in the game. Here is the story characters. As you can see, the story characters are exactly what I told you. There will be events around the school where you will, each of them will have their own event, and it plays out as like, it's not only one event, it plays out at like four, sometimes 5, sometimes 6. It depends on which character we're talking about, but yeah, every one of these 4 characters will have their own story. The same for the teachers. The teachers are a bit different on how the event triggers. You will have to talk to the teachers instead of there will be a bubble with a special event. You will need to have to talk to the teachers first before triggering events like that. Events like these ones. So yeah, we're basically skipping it to the weekend now. So what happens at the weekend? You can still go to school, and you basically use it to meet other waifus in school. There are some FPS lags at the beginning of the day, but when you walk around like this, when you give it a few 5 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, it really depends on how the loading goes and how many waifus are in the area, then it goes back to like 60 FPS or max FPS, or if you don't have it locked and stuff like that. So for example, here's the teacher event. You can trigger, you just talk to the teacher, and you basically talk to her, and this is sort of the small event you have, and you have to sort of keep talking to her. She will be around in different areas, like in the next area. For example, instead of during daytime, let's see what we have here. During club time, she will be in another area, and you go talk to her, and you sort of build up a relationship with her during doing that. I've gotten over these stats. Sensuality basically means if girls are more willingly to accept doing H with you. And if you're having troubles finding a waifu, you can just click on this character list here, and you can see all their location. Behind school, you can see their personality and what club they're in, and if they have dates. As you can see here, here's like basically the special event for this time of day. it's her. She's in the pool location. She's in the pool location. Yeah, and you can switch info to see if the character likes you or if she's a virgin or not and stuff like that. If you guys think I forgot to tell you guys something, just say it in the comments down below. I'll make sure to correct something in the description or make a new video maybe. So right now we're gonna move over to the character creator in this game. So the character creator, you click on it. As you can see, you can create a female, you can create a male, and you can upload it to the cloud, and you can upload your creation, and you can download other people's creation in the cloud. So I don't want to click on this button because there will be some lewd for. Actually, let's just do it. Whatever. I'm just gonna censor if there's anything. But basically, so right now we're going to the cloud server where all the characters are saved, and it takes a little bit of time to connect to it, but just give it some time. Okay, yeah, nothing looks really lewd here. Okay, so as you can see, you will be able to download. For example, let's say I really like this character over here. I'm just gonna click the download button, and I downloaded it. Should say download complete. Yeah, takes a little time. There we go. Character data has been downloaded. Character data has been downloaded. Okay, so and how do you get that character that I just downloaded into the game? Well, you go back to your save file or just create a new one, and you just basically transfer out a character and transfer in the new character. This is the character we have downloaded. We can just hit confirm and voila, just start the game and we'll be able to play with this character over here. Now, going on to create your own character. So yeah, you can create your whole own character from scratch. Basically, there are a lot of different patterns, not even patterns, a lot of different sliders you can use to sort of create the perfect waifu of your dreams. For example, let's see her head size is too big, just make it smaller. Her head size is too small, you just make it bigger. And yeah, stuff like that. You can make lower proportions, bigger chins. Yeah, just play around with it. The character creation is really what a lot of people, the reason why a lot of people play this game, because you can create your own waifu from scratch. And if you really like creating waifus and you don't really you're not really that experienced in programs like ZBrush or like 3D modeling or 3D sculpting programs, then changing some sliders often is the great solution to let your creativity out and let you create whatever you want without knowing anything of 3D sculpting or anything of 3D character creation. So yeah, as you can see, this is just the head. You have your body. She's naked, but I'm gonna censor this out. But yeah, you will have your you can change your feet, nails, pubic hair, tan lines. Tan lines are just presets. There are some presets here as well. The hairstyles are also presets. Of course, you could download mods for more hairstyles. That is completely available. So if you really wish to customize her to your liking, you can download mods. You can download hair addition mods and stuff like that. Of course, you can add hair extensions. And yeah, of course, the clothing as well. There will be clothing mods and stuff like that. So you can have your waifu exactly how you like. You can see she has like casual wear, school uniform, after school uniform, and gym uniform, basically a bunch of stuff. So now this thing over here, it's your accessories. You can basically if I want accessory on her hair, I basically choose an accessory here, and there is of course mods to increase the amount of accessories you can have. So basically you just do it very simply here. You rotate the y-axis, you rotate the x-axis, and you rotate the z-axis. Oh, well, this is the z-axis, but whatever. Yeah, the x-axis here and the y-axis and the axis. So basically, so you can make her... You can place the accessory wherever you like. Let's see, I want her to have it on her left side over here, and I want to rotate it. So you just click over to this, and you just rotate her. And you just rotate the pin. The hairpin. There we go. It looks amazing. I can go back to move it a bit. Maybe a bit out, maybe a bit up. Back like this. There we go. Looks amazing. And so that's that's like sort of a way to customize your waifu to your liking. Now here, this is basically your basic information for your waifu. You can have personality, and the personality is basically the key onto how her dialogue is gonna be. So if she's an introvert, she's gonna be like, oh, please don't touch me, I don't like this. But if she's like an airhead, she basically jokes a lot. She's like, ha 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 ha, 10 out of 10. If she's like a snob, you know, she's trying to like act really elegant, you know, like, yeah. Yeah, basically try acting elegantly and stuff like that. Dark Lord is the first waifu we ever talked to, she was a Dark Lord. Yeah, the Dark Lord personality basically make her sound like she's a character from Shakespeare or some shit like that. And of course you can choose which club she originally like has. What you can do in the game, of course, no matter if she chooses the swim club, you can tell her to join your club instead. Now sexual tastes, very self-explanatory. All of this is, yeah, that's it. Questions, and this is like when you listen to her, what will be her own response basically. So let's say that she asks you, do you like animals, and you say yes, and she also likes animals. Yeah, the relationship bar goes up. I already said all that. And quirks is basically different behaviors she can have. For example, if she has a small bladder, then she's more often goes to the toilet. For example, if she's always hungry, she more often goes to the cafeteria. Pervert, yeah, more willingly to talk about sexual things. Into girls, self-explanatory. Yeah, you can guess by all of this. Goes to the library more often. Yeah, you understand. So let's say you wanna already change an existing character. Let's say there's a character you really like that you don't know from another player, but you just don't like how her eyes look or something. So that's where you go to this area. And this area, but let's say you go to this new Nyan character that we have over here. We load her up. Boom. And let's say I don't really like her clothing at all. I don't like the see-through pareo. Let's give her something like a uniform like this. And I don't like the dress shirt, like give her something like this. And maybe I don't like the color of her. Maybe I want to change it to more like white. And let's say I don't like this kinky accessory over here. So I'm just gonna take that choker and none. There we go. Now she doesn't have a choker. And let's say her skirt is a bit too long. I don't like that as well. So you can just make the skirt longer, or even more longer, or even less shorter. Yeah, there's a lot of differences you can have here. You can even, instead of giving her a skirt, you can give her like something like this. It's more teacher uniform, but now she looks like a teacher, basically. Just give her a nice bow tie and stuff like that, and we're Gucci. Quick heads up, if you're actually interested in this game, it is on Steam. You can buy it to support the developer, of course. But yeah, I was trying to do this as quick as possible. Tell me in the comments down below if I missed something, or if you have any questions towards what you can do in this game. I will be more than happy to answer them. And goodbye and see you next time.